maybe footprints, but not lands.
Oh, okay.
All lands are,
Of
you know,
course,
reside
yeah,
on Nana. So,
yeah.
my
So you're an Ashanti through and through.
Yeah.
Wow.
My grandfather had two brothers who were, or three, who were Asantehinis in succession.
Are you serious?
Yes.
But you did, okay, let me not go ahead of myself.
we might be derailed.
Okay, so Ashanti proper,
Yes.
both parents.
My mom is half Ashanti from also from the royal family, but not, I've forgotten what it's called. But she's also from Achim. She's half Achim and half Ashanti.
Oh, Ashanti. And then, so upbringing, where were you born?
I was born in Cape Coast.
Hey!
Yes, I was born in Cape Coast. My father...
Are you serious?
Yeah. I believe my brother and I were born in Cape Coast.
Cape Coast?
Yes, my older sister was born in Swedru.
Okay.
And then I believe my brother and I were born in Cape Coast. My father was then the head of UAC in Cape Coast. And you know how the British used to actually decide what you would do when you finish your school.
Yeah.
So from Achimota School, his best friend was Dr. Eastman.
Yeah, Dr. Eastman.
Charlie Eastman. And so both of them wanted to go and read medicine. And the British said, no, you're Ashanti, you're going to do trade. I'm not interested in trade, so you're going to read, you know, economics.
Oh, okay.
And so they kind of direct who is doing what. And that's how my father ended up.
Oh, Cape Coast.
Yes.
So did you start school there? As
I don't think so. I think I was too young.
Right.
It was when we were in Takwa.
Oh, you moved to Takwa too?
We moved to Takwa. Takwa, we had I think that was the main stay of Western region.
At the time, trading and business activity. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But that was far.
Was it? The roads were good. My dad had a car. It was nice.
So where did you start schooling?
In Nkoko.
Hey, Radi.
We were moved to Nkoko.
Cape Coast, there's a Swedru in the corner there, and then Takwa, and then you do about 10 to the eastern region, and then Nkoko. But Nkoko was full of activity at the time.
Yeah, it was booming. At the time, I believe they wanted to send my father to Kumasi.
Okay.
But the British had a system of not letting anybody go to their area.
Okay.
So then they moved him to Nkoko to take care of kind of the eastern region.
Seeing her end, she was a very vibrant woman who would tell us the stories about our family, the history, you know, her brother, that's my father's father, my grandfather, how he became a very wealthy person, what he did.
Even his uncle pushed him a bit and said,
no, if he asked my opinion on something, I will freely give it. If he doesn't ask my opinion on it, and maybe I hear it and I have an opinion on it, that I think may help in some way, I'll give it.
Right.
It's up to him to take it or not. But I thought you were talking about the home itself.
Right, the home itself.
The home itself.
The home itself, raising your children, what to put where,
absolutely,
how to manage what. That was your turf. That was your corner.
That was my corner. But if he asks my opinion on issues, I'll give it.
Right.
Because I think that it is right so to do.
Yesterday was Ghana's 62nd birthday. You were missing for good reason. But a lot of people, young people hear about 1957 and they're thinking, what really happened during that time? You lived through the period.
I did.
What do you remember?
I think it was a very joyous time. I didn't understand it too much, you know. All I knew was that the Governor General would be leaving.
Right.
And President Nkrumah, who was then Prime Minister, was going to take over. And that...
sorry about that.
I'm sorry about my... things are going to get better for us as a nation. And we're not going to be exploited anymore. It was
area into, you know, the Krobo area and all that.
Wow. So you were in school in Nkoko for how long?
Maybe a year.
Okay, and then moved to... I'm so much in the hurry to get to Accra.
I should have just given you my book.
No, we'll tell them about the book. We'll tell them about the book.
Well, from Nkoko, I was a bit young.
Yeah.
So the headmaster, what was it? Reverend Ofoswapia.
Okay.
It was a Methodist school. Reverend Ofoswapia said I was too young, but the crying and so on, I think my mother was getting irritated and said, just add her to my brother. So my brother and I were in the same class. Yeah. He was older than I was, and I don't think they took it seriously that I was in school, but I went to school anyway.
Yeah.
So my real schooling started in Accra because I really don't know what I did in Nkoko.
Oh, yeah. But memories.
Yes.
Yeah. So Accra, which school did you?
First, we started with my mom just teaching us in the house because she's a teacher by profession. And then she sent us to a school that had been started called Progress School. So we started the Progress School, and then it was difficult because we didn't speak Ga.
Please, where was the school located?
The school was in, it's near the Osu Cemetery.
That's too close for comfort.
No, it wasn't. I mean, we didn't even...
Progress School near the cemetery.
Yes. When when you walk by the cemetery this way from Osu, the street that sort of goes through in front of the State House. Yeah. Progress School is on this side. I don't know if it's still there.
Oh, no, it's not there. It's not there. The cemetery is very alive.
The main thing.
Yes.
So the Progress School was there.
Oh, okay.
And so that's where we started.
Okay, so which school did you go prior to getting into secondary?
Prior to getting into secondary,
your last school?
Ghana International School.
Oh, I see. Oh, so you went to GIS?
Yes, I was in GIS.
Into secondary school?
Yes.
At the time, they didn't have secondary, or they did?
No, they didn't. They had some 2 years for diplomats, kids, and so on, who would leave anyway. So, when you get to J4, Junior 4, then you can take the common entrance. Junior 3 and Junior 4, you could take common entrance. And then from there, you can leave or stay. If you stay, it means that maybe you're going to England to continue.
Oh, yeah.
Or some other place.
Time on that day, maybe a day before and into that day, and maybe a day or two after.
Okay.
It was as if the whole country was on holiday. Merrymaking, fireworks, 3 nights of fireworks.
Right.
I mean, which was happening around the Turf Club at the time. And we lived just behind the Turf Club, so it was easy to see all the fireworks. And the bust of Nkrumah was made, and it was, with the Queen's bust in fireworks, and it was amazing. So, yes, it was an interesting time, and you live it and hope that indeed all that we were being told would be the, for the future.
What was growing up around that time when colonialism was in disequilibrium and the struggle for independence had taken center stage? It was forceful at the time. What was growing up as a child like?
I didn't feel it.
Okay.
Even though one of my uncles was working directly with Dr. Nkrumah, I didn't feel it as one going out and one coming in. But sometimes, you have leaflets being thrown from a plane, and people within the household will say, oh, these are leaflets from Dr. Nkrumah. It didn't make too much sense, but we believed it. And usually it was to say how, it was to talk about cleanliness, or to talk about not wasting water and stuff like that. But all in leaflets, it sort of
was just there like that. Interesting.
So I wasn't in the midst of the activity towards independence.
Right.
It was just the days of 2 days before, maybe 2 days after, and the radio stations, the radio itself, it was just the box radio, by the way. The radios but they were very crisp, extremely, very clear. And the news readers, the excitement in their voices and all that, these are things you can pick up.
Right. Yeah. I'm looking at page 80 of 280 of the book, of the chapter titled Hope Rising. And it says, our mothers, like many Ghanaians, saw the filth and hated it, lived in the crumbling economy and were shaken by it. yet only hope that someone or something would someday change it for the better. I want to connect this to 1957, when independence was declared. Ghana was touted as the beacon of hope.
It was.
Then by 1966, we had seen rubbish lined up across the streets, flowing along with the water and getting into the sea and all of that. How did we drop or sink so low from the beacon of hope to being flat on our backs?
I think that we can take it from 66 into, you know, the heaps of garbage that we used to see, like mountains, up to 1982. It was just growing and getting worse. I can only say that it was a very sad moment for some of us.
Okay.
Because I lived in Rage. I saw what it was like.
Okay.
I saw how, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but when somebody is given a responsibility, they do it and do it well. Where the person in charge of parks and gardens can come and measure your hedge and tell you that the hedge is too high.
They used to do that?
Yes, and you trim it, you actually shape it the way they want it. So everything was immaculate. Nobody was allowed to build walls. You needed to have a hedge.
Okay.
And of course it flowered and, you know, things were nicer then. It was only after 1966 that people started building walls. I don't know why. But we started building walls, and then now the wall is the thing. I mean, you hardly find anybody with a hedge for the sake of a hedge. So
in managing our waste, the President of the Republic had said that, look, in the next year, by which time his tenure would have expired, Accra should be the cleanest city in Africa. Is it a myth, a dream that can become a reality? What is it?
It can only be a reality when there is some... we don't just say it, but we act it.
Okay.
There's a minister for sanitation.
Absolutely.
We see her in the news all the time, and I think she's doing what she can. But she also has a program, a plan. I do not think that it is a myth, because it can be done. But it's got to be done with all the force, with a lot of force. All the forcefulness that we can all master. And education. While we are educating and there's force from the ministry and the rest of us, we should let the populace know that you can't just throw paper wherever you want. You can't throw your bottles wherever you want. You know where my office is? There's I think a little clinic very close to the office. And they bring their rubbish and dump it across the street. This week I'm going to try and write a letter to the AMA to go and ask them to come and collect it. Because nobody says anything, then it's building up. Another person will say, okay, now we can. Then he said, I've lived in Ridge since I was like maybe 7 years. I've seen the way it used to be. I've seen how it's been. I've seen the deterioration, and it's
Does it break your heart?
It does.
Your father, you spoke fondly about him in your book. You called him D.
Yes, his wife called him D, so we all called him D. We didn't even know that it was a short form of darling or my dear, or I don't know. So we all, you know.
You spoke fondly about your parents. What influence did they have on you to become what you became, being the first lady, subsequently championing women agenda across the world?
The influences were many and very strong. Not just from my father, but also from my mother. Because really, it takes a woman to nurture a home, right? Very, very, you know, it's like we were many girls. So they kept a strong iron fist on us. But it is the upbringing, the do's and don'ts. What makes somebody into a formidable person? Why you don't go a certain way? why you don't say certain things, why you respect your adults, what you do, how you dress up, everything. So they kind of helped us or shaped me the way I am.
Your father, for example, wouldn't condone you killing a lizard or any other insect.
If you're not going to eat it.
Yes, if you're not going to eat it, why? And he liked to do to go hunting as well and all of that. Your mother was a strict one because of her educational, background and all of that. But how your father had a lot of political class friends. How did he manage to walk a very fine line to make?
But why didn't you go to England?
Oh, my parents would never let me. At that age, they wouldn't let me. Because,
but you are wealthy enough to
It has nothing to do with money.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it had anything to do with money. I think that it was more from wanting to make sure that I was brought up the way they wanted. And I wasn't an only child, don't forget.
Of course,
And my sister had already gone to Achimota school.
Oh, lovely.
With another cousin.
Okay.
And my brother had gone to, I think, Axim Secondary School.
Okay.
So.
All right. So tell me, which year did you enter Achimota school? You remember?
Both sides, and yet kept a very fine line.
It was a very interesting phenomenon, I'll say. My dad had 52 brothers and sisters.
52?
Yes.
Wow. That's a country.
Maybe a village. And so some of them were CPP, some were UP, some were not into anything.
Okay.
My father was the oldest of the lot. He was the eldest. So he kept a very